Thank you. Welcome, beautiful divine masculine and feminine darlings. Excuse me, I was just having a chat with God for a minute, quietly. I'm going to multitask. I have some things to do, and also some things to take care of tomorrow. So I'm going to multitask to make sure I can get everything I'd like to get done accomplished. But since I'm here, let's go through the channels first. I just picked some up while I was in the shower. This will give me time to use my hands for other things for a moment. First and foremost, though, cheers. Better. Okay. So first, Divine Masculine came through. And he said, basically, hold on, I'm coming. We're coming. He was talking about him and the Vibe Tribe. It's like they've been waiting for or looking for Divine Feminine on levels, manifesting, vice versa. But the song that came through was Drake, Just Hold On, We're Going Home. And that music video is the reference point. And in this, there are some criminals, gangsters, mobsters, not gangsters as in really, like these karmics thinking they're tough. I mean actual mafia mobsters. Gang crimes, like Al Capone style stuff. For starters. Organized crime. And they kidnapped this Divine Feminine. And if I recall, I believe they taunt him. They like, na na boo boo, we've got your wife. And he would have figured it out if that's not the case either way, and been upset about it, been upset enough, calm enough to do something about it, but upset enough to do something about it. Right? Calm enough to handle the situation, but upset enough to want to. And know he needs to. Right, he says, because I love her. I wouldn't let anything happen to her. Exactly. So he calls his, I just heard posse, right? His team of fellow good guys, heroes, so you could call them on levels. And they all gather together, and there are a couple of people who think they're gangsters who are watching this Divine Feminine. Trying to keep an eye out on her, trying to keep some kind of surveillance. Except that's not what they're doing. They start being nasty, and they also start being perverted, like they seem to be getting ready to sexually accost her. Oh, I smell you, Nanny. I love you. I smell my grandmother all of a sudden. Her perfume. It's not my scent, but I love smelling it on her. I heard that. Making my ear ring. I love you so much. Thank you. I love you so. Okay. 5:22. And so this Divine Masculine and his squad, go run up on these bad guys, and they knock them out and rescue this divine feminine. But he and his associates, his team of good guys, go in and remove the bad guys so that they can collect her to bring her to safety. Yeah, he says she doesn't even want to be there. Why do you guys just keep wanting to cling on to her like that? Exactly. 5:55, she's with me now. And I hope it eats you alive. She's with me now. Ooh, you know what I hear also? Mind Reader by Dustin Lynch. God, it's like you got a crystal ball, like you got a little gypsy side. Ooh, like you knew that sweet perfume that you got on was gonna get me high. This divine masculine says, I swear I can smell you some days. You're, oh, okay. So this is my divine masculine. He says that, well, it doesn't surprise me. He's got the same gift that I do. Whether he's developed them fully or not, but I'm picking up this one as that. And so he's saying the same way that you can smell your grandma and her perfume, I can smell you. He says, I can hear you, I can, yeah. He says, I dream about you all the time. Like every night. Visionary. He's a seer too. He said something about having all the same gifts again, even if he just hadn't. Basically, he's repeating me. Tapped into them as much. But this is a situation where it was kind of like different life circumstances. Certain things that either forced me or allowed me to learn certain things. And him too, in similar ways. You know, he's got some things under his belt that I have been working on or don't. He says, yeah, but I see your struggle because I've been there. Yeah, well, that's why I see yours. So how I can see you spiritually, because also I've been there. Recognize the me in you, love. Ooh, what is that? Little bit of you and me. Hold on. Okay, so basically that's it. You know, no more karmic nonsense. Divine masculine comes through, etc., etc. So that's good. Love that. And I'm being told not to do a reading or anything because there are karmic people who've been trying to cause problems. Again, because he's tapped in spiritually, my masculine, he says, well, that's not really necessary. I don't need the readings right now. What it's helpful to know is what's going on karmically, because I know what's up with you and I know what we have between us. I know the love that's there, but if I know what's going on to a T with these karmics, I can do more about it or protect you. He says spiritually and otherwise. Yep, there it is. Well, there's an energy vampire attack again, trying to come through, like biting the neck. It's just vampirism. But that was the same energy that tried to come through in the shower when I picked up this divine masculine coming through. He said, we're coming. And it was like he picked up the attack before it came, and he came through to block it. And all of a sudden, I started getting all these downloads and these visions. He says, because I gave you the free space to be able to do that instead of have to step into that battlefield energy to protect yourself. You don't need to do that. You shouldn't have to do that. He said something about it's like different for him to do, or it's like not as hard to do for him as it is for me or something. He says it's just part of my energy. And so basically he could just stand there and people are already too spooked to even try me. Whereas I was going to say, I guess I don't look as intimidating. And he says, no, you're like a cute little bunny rabbit, but they won't fuck with me and they won't fuck with you while I'm standing behind you. 10:22 on the clock. That's my twin flame number. So I also keep seeing like high fives. I don't know if it's high fives towards Divine Feminine or like he's high fiving his friend, like, yeah, we're on the same team. like both of them excited that they're on the same wave, on the same team, on the same frequency as Divine Feminine. They're on the same page, on the same, they're on the same. Different, but they work together. Harmony, I heard. Harmony. They create a harmony. Yep. It's like a song. It's not just one sound. It's not just one tone. It's not just one pitch. It's many different melodies, many different, in many cases, instruments, and there are a lot of bits and pieces that go to it. Oh, my ear just started ringing. But when they're all blended together in balance, that's when that magic happens. You can put a bunch of different random sounds together and it doesn't make them sound good. I'm getting kind of like a karmic can try to copy little bits and pieces of a light worker because they think it makes them look cool or successful. But again, it's like the music. It doesn't sound good because it's not. So there was that. Then all these other visions and different bits came through as he was coming and clearing this. And first there was a karmic female who's been mad because she's been called out or caught for stealing and lying and what have you. It's one of the many Jezebels or harpy energies, just karmic, 1222. And she was trying to recruit people to go help harass or even just do spell work or something against a Divine Feminine she was being called out for targeting or causing problems for, trying to compete with or something. And it was like a masculine energy. So this karmic female was recruiting a masculine to go do spell work or do a reading or something on the Divine Feminine. It was very strange and inappropriate. And he shouldn't have been doing that. He had no authority to be in her energy. In my energy, let's be clear. And I saw him. He came up on me spiritually, energetically, like trying to scare me, like he was big and bad, trying to bully me, but I stood up. Like I said, like Divine Masculine said, he thought I was this little bunny rabbit. He said, I hear it. He thought your bark was bigger than your bite. Oh no, I don't bluff. I often give warning shots, but people mistake the warning shots for me missing. No, bitch. That's intentional. Next time I won't miss. In fact, my biological daddy put a gun in my hand when I was, Annie Oakley, yep, here's past life regression for you. Put a gun in my hand when I was, goodness, 12 or 13. No, I must have been 9. Because I wasn't even there past that point. Why? Because the police finally caught on to the fact that I was in an abusive household being abused. Whoops! Took you 10 years. Goodness. So there was that. Silly gooses. And so he tried to run up on me. And I basically just stood up. I heard, Energizer Bunny. And he was spooked immediately. He realized that he had, in fact, indeed barked up the wrong tree. Never forget that you walk amongst giants. And he backed off. And I'm not sure if it was just an attempted spiritual attack, per se. I mean, that's what it seemed like at first, but then I picked up his energy just came up on me like that because he was trying to do a reading, oracle or a tarot reading or something. And he pretty quickly realized that, first of all, I saw him and that scared him, and I'm bigger spiritually, and that scared him, and then he ran away because he realized he shouldn't have been barking up the wrong tree, or he realized that I'm a high priestess who was lied about, and so now he's in trouble for trying to help a karmic and becoming a karmic accomplice himself if he wasn't karmic to begin with, although he did back off, so I'll give him that. That was wise. But whether that's out of fear or realization that he was wrong and he was lied to is, I guess, I'm neither here nor there. It's none of my business, as long as he stays out of mine. At that point, what he's done is between him and God. But it was a guy. And so that was pretty crazy, but they tried. And then there was another one I picked up before the shower. It was a karmic female who sent out chaos and conflict spells, and this is a water sign. And the karmic female who recruited the male was a fire sign, and the karmic male that she, or the masculine, whoever that was that she recruited, again, whether he ran out of fear or realization that he was in the wrong, both, he seemed to have, I'm picking up like a earth sign dominant in his chart. But then there was this water sign karmic female. And she was feeling scared and sad because she's realizing that Divine Feminine has just been eating the attacks and knocking out the bullies, meaning all the distraction tactics and the bullying tactics that she tried to recruit by gossip or by spell work this way with the chaos and conflict magic, they've backfired, meaning her spells have backfired onto her. And now that Divine Feminine's cleared all those issues or cycles, or has been clearing them, now she's going to focus back on here, let me rephrase this. Now that Divine Feminine has cleared out the flying monkeys, she's going to focus on getting the Wicked Witch. So she can't recruit any more flying monkeys or try to create them. Checkmate. And Uno reverse, just like the spell work. All those evil eyes went blind, didn't they? Silly gooses. So that was that. And then there was a fallen masculine who came through. He was a fire sign. And this one really grossed me out, actually. Just a vulgarity and possibly trigger warning for some people. I saw him, well, it was weird. First, he was like sitting at the table or on the couch or something. He was sitting somewhere eating what looked to be like a bowl of cereal or something like that, although I really didn't pay much attention to what he was eating. It was just kind of something I saw out of the corner of my vision. What I was focusing on and what I saw first and foremost, the most important part, was his facial expression. I saw who it was, and he was looking at my social media, and he just looked really sad. And he went from feeling really sad and like sitting there eating a bowl of cereal at nighttime, I think, looking at my socials, to like getting up and going in the other room. And then all of a sudden I got a second flash of him, and he was like ferociously beating his meat vigorously. Like, ew. Divine Masculine says, oh, so the sex magic. Yeah, it's that fire sign. Yeah. Yep. 1922. So whether he's just in this weird energy or he's trying to manifest, actually that it was an attempt to do a manifestation or love or lust or something spell, because then he tried to come through a minute later and like masquerade himself as a Divine Masculine, and he said something like, come on baby girl, if you, oh god, I just recoiled against it saying that. Ooh, did you hear me stutter? Yuck. Ah, gross. Ew. Yeah, he says, you really don't like me. No. So he said something like, come on, baby girl, if you don't come back or let me come back, is this really going to hurt me or something like that? But yeah, no, that's a no. And so I But I all of a sudden felt him trying to siphon my energy in the solar plexus and the sacral area, largely. This is also somebody involved in occult magic, who does occult magic, obviously, and they believe in stuff like that. They've also worked as a group to try to target, and I just don't deal with people like that. There is no room for Regina George or Regina Joe at my table. And then there was another one, was there not? Yes, there was. Speaking of the occult magic and stuff, then there was a group chant. I was picking up Divine Masculine says, oh, so they've got all the different groups trying again. Yeah, well, first of all, my birthday's next week, and also it's a new moon, so they're definitely trying some crap already, and that's not surprising. That's just what they do. But they're all being prematurely rejected, meaning early. Same way I've been celebrating early. They're being rejected. I also got a huge bunch of stuff knocked off of my list, my accomplishment list, my goal list for today, and there's also a reason to celebrate that. So they were doing the chant thing, where they were trying to protect themselves from the consequences of their actions, but really what it was, since protecting themselves from the consequences of their actions means the victim that they created by targeting people don't get justice, right? If they don't have to pay penalty for what they did, it means that the people they caused harm to, which they need to pay penalty for, don't ever get the justice that they want. And that's an injustice that gets them bad karma. It doesn't get them what they think. And so here they go again. Right, Divine Masculines chuckling at them, like, when are they going to learn? I don't care what language or religion they're trying to use, calling on the Trinity to save them and protect them, which is the only source that can save them and protect them from that darkness, will not save them and protect them from their karma. And forgiveness doesn't equate to karma also. You can be forgiven but still have to pay penance. That's also something that I've seen karmics do before. They'll try to pretend to be good for a minute because they either want something or they think whatever their reason for trying to clear karma is, they get impatient. Like maybe they're being forgiven, but they still have to take accountability, or karmic cycles are still coming back because they have stuff to learn, or whatever the case may be. They think like just asking for forgiveness will clear everything away, or that the forgiveness means that everything goes back to normal or everything gets reversed into a positive for them. But that's not the case, especially if the messes that they made for others are still being dealt with or cleared up or causing harm to them. And that's like breaking a glass and then saying sorry and expecting everything to be fixed. Like, yeah, somebody could not hold it against you or forgive you for breaking the glass, but that's not going to fix the glass. Or less is like somebody stealing or lying or doing something and then asking for forgiveness and then getting mad when the person who is forgiving them or working to forgive them still doesn't trust them. You can be forgiven and still not be trustworthy after you've harmed someone, or if they've peeped some sketchy stuff about you before you had the chance to hurt them, especially when they recognized it, psychologically speaking, as a red flag, which takes education to do, but I have it. So there's that. Anyway, moving on. An educated empath is a narcissist or sociopath's worst nightmare, darlings. Didn't you know? So the group cult chanting, "Power of 3 will set us free." That was also a no, but yes, they tried it from all angles. I'm picking up dirty cop energy. Trying to make false arrests now too. See, there they go. Should have just stayed off my radar. this setup. They're trying to set somebody up because they know that they're in trouble, they're in legal trouble, they're facing job loss and whatever other stuff for being dirty cops or not, even just not doing their jobs appropriately, right? Being a dirty cop and doing things you shouldn't is a problem, but also when your duty is to help protect and serve or apprehend criminals and you don't, you let those criminals go free for whatever reason, your friends, your family, and you do not actually help protect those victims, you're in trouble. That can cost you your job, certainly your reputation. I'm going to do some Reiki though in a little bit to clear this energy out. That's so funny. Copycat bitch. Everything you do, they do it and say they did it first. Beware of this person and try to avoid them at all costs. You know what that is? That's loser behavior. And they fell on their own sword when they tried that. Crap. Oh, I just got out of the shower. My hair's all wet. Take a spiritual bath. Find someone to prepare one for you, or learn how to prepare one yourself. I just got out of the shower. They want to use you as a sacrifice for their own personal... This is the thieves, the clout-chasing thieves also. They want to use you as a sacrifice for their own personal gain, fame, record deal, insurance, inheritance, and the list goes on. Yeah, that's not new. We know that. We know that. Your spiritual team, ancestors, spirit guides, animals, gods, goddesses are showing you dreams, signs, visions about your haters, karmic chicken heads. Slow your roll. Pay close attention and keep a log of those spiritual warnings. Okay. So I did pick this up for some people that there are either exes that are getting readings or like possibly masculines trying to figure out what's going on and then getting upset when they're hearing certain things, but they're going to people who are not real practitioners or that are misguided. Yeah, see, that might not be a divine masculine because the divine masculine energy I picked up was protecting. And he knows. We already established that, the love that was there. But what was behind that is an X. X is sending negative energy your way. And oh, see? And is jealous and mad. I just called that the love spells aren't working. Yeah, there it is. They're jerking himself. Ugh. Go finish your bowl of cereal and go to bed. Weirdo. Not the good kind. Anything else? I think we need to shuffle a few more cards out. Oh no. What was that? I think I missed that. Big mad. You got them big mad, pissed off. They're mad because of your success, high energy, and the way you walk, talk, and dress. Oh, told you. Stank bitch pulling on your energy. I told you they were stinky. And you know what? The one I picked up who was stinky this week, the day after I smelled it, the harpy stink on her, just reeking out of her pores, she posted and told hundreds out of millions of people that she hadn't washed herself in a week. If you wear your hair in a braid for a week, it means you haven't washed it once, and that's disgusting. And she admitted that the day after I was on a live feed and I picked up that stink. Look, see, outsiders are attacking you. Coworkers, not coworkers. Somebody who wishes that they could be you, so wanted to copy. And then, like I said, that fire sign energy who tried to recruit the masculine, possibly an earth sign, and he went to do a reading, tried to run up all on my energy because she put a battery in his back. She gossiped to him and told him lies and tried to play the victim, and so he thought he was going to be this big tough spiritual hero warrior for her. He went to pull a reading on me with this aggressive energy, and, well, I stood up, and he realized my spirit's much bigger, and immediately went back home to his little vortex. So there's that. Oh, and those energies, those came as a result of the chaos and the conflict spells that that water sign sent out. So there's that. Oh, what did I say? I just split the deck. Told you. I hired several people to perform. Yeah, it's an earth sign, man. Not a man, an earth sign dude. I wouldn't consider that very manly of you to do. You're sitting there trying to attack a woman. How manly is that? Not very. How embarrassing for you, though. Also, we thought you were going to be big bad, and you were showed up by a woman at that. Toodles. Hilarious. Yeah, see? Look. That was a loser move of you, though. They cannot defeat you. You are unstoppable. I know. That's what happens when you're OG. Queen. Yeah, see? He ran away when he realized he was in the wrong place and had a bug in his ear. But the bug was lying. They'll go missing once it hits the fan and they find out it was them doing these evil things to you. They already did. Some of them. The rest of them are about to learn the hard way, I would say. If they're unwise. Okay, we're done. I think the same cards are starting to come out. Unless you want me to give it another good shuffle. Tell me anything else you have to say. Envious of your children. Take a break. Spend time with yourself. Yeah, I'm going to go chill in a minute. Yeah, they're trying to throw spell work at you or your door or your home. Well, you know who this person is. I know. I already told you. Haters are, told you, recruiting more narcissistic people to start coming up against you. Yeah, well, you know what? I already picked that up before I got in the shower, too. Didn't think they'd be so stupid enough to try that fast, but I also did pick up, actually, you know what? This is karmic female energy. The one that recruited this earth sign person who thought he would do a spell or do a reading or something. And so the people who are, including people that she was recruiting or trying to ally with against the divine feminine, she was trying to copy and target, myself included in this one. People are seeing her as delusional. People are seeing that she's having a mental breakdown because the energy vampire lost their supply. The survivor said, no, enough. And she's facing a tower, so that's going to backfire in her face. They're seeing the light worker that's being targeted needs to clear this person out of their life. This fake copycat wannabe doppelganger. They dress like you or act like you because they want to be you or be like you. They want to be you, rather. And they eat at energy and drain everyone around them. And they're a cyberbully, trying to belittle you and put you on blast with lies behind a screen but not face to face. Like going on a live feed and trash talking someone or lying about a situation or trying to spew a cover-up or a victim playing mode to hundreds of people out of millions of people, only to try to recruit them against the victim and then immediately turn around and delete the live feed so that the evidence of your crimes and your slander isn't up anymore for anybody else to poke holes in with the truth and the facts. Or the fact that from lie to lie, from live feed to live feed, the statements and the times and the dates of said claims contradict because they're just being made up as this person is saying them, hoping that something will stick or something will sound more credible than the victim's real life story that they're targeting. But the victim's story, the survivor's story, keeps staying the same, and also has verifiable evidence to back it up and prove it, dated evidence at that, which the copycat slanderer does not. No, they don't. Not based on their own statements. But you see, when they get caught and called out for those statements, then they lie to try to cover them up. And that's when you have contradictions. And it happened. Outsiders, see? Yeah, there it is again. I know. But so how are people seeing the light workers in this? Surrounded by unconditional love. Things slowed down for a reason or are slowing down for a reason. Meaning that you don't have to fight these battles anymore. The end of a tough cycle is coming. Luck is on your side. Don't get sidetracked. Focus on what really matters. Ask for help, and that's what the whistleblowing in my case has been. And that this karmic energy, these were actually in reverse. And actually so was, hold on, this was in reverse too. For this karmic, their energy's garbage. Hot dumpster fire. But for the light workers, even though this karmic was trying to slander the divine feminine that she's been stealing from, copying, and targeting as a fake psychic, people are seeing the truth about it. Because the same way she thinks she can hire spiritual practitioners, there are real practitioners or people who are, even if they're not technically spiritual practitioners themselves, they know enough about spirituality to understand and see the truth in it. And maybe they are not spiritual practitioners by trade like I am, but maybe they are. I hear my home is my church. Yeah, I resonate with that. So I hear sacred. Yeah, I'm picking up something about Viking stuff and like druidic stuff. And so this is somebody who this karmic didn't realize would recognize Freya in front of him, for example, when he saw her, and recognize a little karmic snot-nosed brat, or have these spiritual cognizance and empathetic, intuitive, emotional, even just intellectual cognizance to see through her lies, and that she's a clout-chasing weirdo and a liar. And he doesn't want to deal with people like that. He'd rather team up with divine feminine because he sees that that person's a backstabber. He's saying, if you're willing to backstab, I hear such a sweet person who only has to go into warrior mode to defend herself and other people. If this karmic female is willing to put divine feminine in warrior mode instead of just leaving her alone or being a friend or an ally, then what's to stop her from stabbing him in the back? He says, I've dealt with females like you. I've dealt with women like you, karmic female. Yeah. I hear Mean by, hold on. Mean by Madeline, the person. And then also, I've dealt with women like you. What was the other song? I heard that. Misery Business. There's a million other girls who do it just like you, looking as innocent as possible to get to who they want and what they want. It's easy if you do it right. Freya, I refuse. Okay? Anything else? You were saying something about the dirty cops. Do you want to tell me about them? I hear it's a non-factor now. They're spooked about being called out. Hater, yeah, just spells. And it's probably the Freemason cult, unfortunately. Oh, look. Told you. Yeah. Well, unfortunately, this is why I said dirty cops. The Freemason, I heard that. See, there's a newer person watching me. It's one of the people who this karmic female tried to either ally with or drag into the situation, but they realized that I'm the one that they're on the team with because we actually have more in common. There's a vibe tribe energy here. This person has morality. It's a man. And he says, don't tell me you're about to say that the Freemason cult is being run by your local police department. Yes, that's exactly. A lieutenant at that. Or he got demoted from master after he got too exposed by me. Because the truth that I speak scares them. You're supposed to be... Right, he's laughing because he understands this. Secret of Fight Club. First rule of Fight Club is don't talk about Fight Club. Second rule of Fight Club is don't talk about Fight Club. It's a secret society. And you see, they targeted me, and then I figured out what they were doing, so I spoke about it. And so they targeted me harder to shut me up or retaliate, I guess, like punish me for speaking up, trying to bully me into submission, helping criminals gang stalk and hurt me and my child. And then and then I spoke up about it again, and he got demoted. And then I noticed that, and I spoke up about that, and then they privatized their website. Now you can't see what they're doing or see when they're meeting up unless you have a password and a login, which I don't care. But it goes to show that obviously I'm a threat to them. If I was just the crazy person they tried to say I was, then they wouldn't have anything to hide. But it was right on the money, so they do. Yeah, see, they're mad. They're just mad because they're never going to get over it. They're karmic. Get over it. You're caught. They won't, because their panties are forever in a twist. See, groups are plotting and planning against you. I'm not stupid. Why do you think I've been burning both ends of the candle to dot all the last of the I's and cross the T's? Because this is the final countdown. In fact, I've even been drinking coffee lately. I'm sure you can hear it in my voice some of the time. Not always, a couple days this week. And I won't be doing it again tomorrow or anytime after that. Because I hit those markers I needed to and wanted to. Now I'm going to rest at it. The karmics are like, not if we don't let you. You're going to be in more trouble for trying. Disturbance of the peace is a criminal offense at this point. Yeah, see? Trying to make you lose your job or sabotage. And that's the continual harassment they're trying. Anything pertaining to your finances, because they're afraid that if proper finances go to the victim, then the first thing they're going to do is hire a full team of appropriate attorneys, and then their little fun and game criminal charade will be over, and they will also be rotting in prison for eternity. And that's exactly what I'm doing. But the problem with their little logic is that I already found a way to make it happen without a fucking lawyer, so they're screwed either way, bitch. But I also know I do actually have legal people coming in. Been making lots of calls, lots of stuff, filed some legal paperwork today. I handled 2 legal cases today, 2 separate legal cases today, actually. And I cleaned the house, and I did some dancing this morning. Oh yeah, and I advocated for hours on behalf of an elder who's been neglected. So I've been a busy bee, baby. Now my love is sweet like cinnamon. And that honey is mine. Yep. Your spirit team sees what these people are doing to you. Haters are trying to do to you. Haters have a price to pay. They're catching karma now. Trying to hack and stalk, possibly track through a car or a GPS in a phone. Ah, there it is, see? Yeah, as if that would stop anything. This popped out again. What's behind it? Hold on. I told you. And now my love is sweet like cinnamon. 4422. I'm about to chill. Crooked cops. Somebody says, what does that say? Crooked cops trying to target you. They're trying to set you up to get you locked up. Some pretend that they're real law enforcement and they're not. So some of these people think that if they can get an innocent victim locked up, they won't be there to tell the truth about the crimes. Or, I mean, really, that's what it is. That's what it is. They think it's their way to get out of trouble. It's by framing an innocent person so that they can distract from their actual guilt. Yeah. Told you. Someone close to you is trying to stab you in the back, trying to set you up to go to jail in any way you can. This might not be a person who's close to you, but let's say, like for me, the police department with the cult leader literally running it, no joke, 4522 is a few blocks down the road. So there's that. It's probably a 2-minute drive, maybe 5 tops. So there's that. Oh, but I did document all that before they privatized their website, so now that looks worse for them. Anything else? I saw this one earlier too. There's abundance Reiki coming through. There's also protection shields and an aura cleanse. Ex-friend still pressed. Using crystals for healing. Their crown chakras are blocked. Drugs and alcohol to distract themselves from the fact that they're miserable. Trying to cloak themselves to be unseen as the toxic people they are. And this is like the identity theft, trying to cloak themselves in someone else's energy or essence. Judging your family, background, or culture. Yeah, we've seen that too. But they're being cleansed out. White sage. Okay, they don't make good decisions. See, they wanted to be cloaked, but we have a shield of protection. I just told you those shields are coming through instead. Oh, and what did I say? If they're not getting readings on you, they're trying to recruit others to do so, because I picked that up too, and I channeled it in the beginning. Yep, probably to try to figure out, if it's not physical dirt, it was trying to spiritually dig, right, with a reader. But they're being blocked out. It's right there. So they're karmic. Black tourmaline also came out. I have some black tourmaline. Yeah, and see, they're stalkers. This is like somebody that's associated with the karmic on levels, possibly a masculine, or this is a masculine they recruited in some cases. Told you. See, fire sign. The fire sign, wow. The fire sign copycat, told you. Fire sign copycat recruited somebody else, possibly near her, I don't know. Just somebody. I don't really care who. A masculine to gang up with her. Told you. Yeah. Envious of your children in pregnancy. I said that earlier. I already do have dream catchers. Also, I'm a high priestess. An archangelic high priestess. At that, you don't think that I can cover myself. What's wrong with you? See? Power of 3x3. Bad vibes, stay away from me. I'm also not alone. Physically. Not spiritually. See, hating on your creative ideas, but obviously not that much because they're still trying to copy. And they talk about you behind your back. I know. That's the evil eye. They're being cleansed out. I love this. Putting this in my pocket. Anything else? Divine Masculine says, you called all that. I just asked for God to make sure the messages were clear and concise, right? As positive as possible. And that it was just divine energy coming through. Now, of course, when there are targeting attacks coming through, God lets me know, but that's how I can just calmly clear through it also. Divine Masculine's like, oh, you've been drinking caffeine on top of the fact that you have had extra attacks and stuff on your plate lately. You've also been not getting as much sleep as a result, and you've been drinking caffeine. Well, no wonder you're cranky sometimes. Yep. Not that he saw any problem with that. Like, yes and no. He kind of got it, but now he gets it more. Yeah, I heard that. You must really be on. And you're not eating like that. You've been running on fumes. Well, yeah, kind of. But final countdown. Usually you are pretty tired by the end of the race, but this way you reserve that energy for a sprint. And God moves through me. It's the best second wind ever. 5122. These karmics can't compete. They burn themselves out trying. Power of free will set us free. No, God's the one kicking your karmic ass right now, karmically. Because you wouldn't leave people alone. Power of free will set us free. God, please save me from the consequences of my actions. And God says, no, I'm the one doling out your karma right now. I told you to cut that shit out and leave my daughter alone. And her daughter too. Toodles. Dream that I'm living in, playing on the radio. I'm a villain. Okay. I'm getting called to show you, now that they're finally done, all of them. Didn't really do this earlier, did I? I heard that. I'm gonna say like this. I heard that. You mean like this? Love you. I heard that. Like that. All right, I heard you. I heard you. Okay. I heard this too. I need to eat. I don't think I've eaten today. No.
You said I take too much space, half an inch from my face, and you meant it.
I got more hummus today. I went to pick it up. I had to do some paperwork and stuff, so I went to the office to take care of a few extra things. And while I was there, I ran to the grocery store. Also, I was very busy today. Open sesame. I'm so sorry, that was loud. That hurt my ears, and so it probably hurt yours, and I do gravely apologize. I'm so sorry. But I don't know. It was so good. The other day, this is all I wanted, pickles and hummus. Nope, doesn't disappoint. This is probably one of the best things I've ever had. I mean, don't get me wrong. Generously topped, yeah, that's accurate. Let me show you. I love hummus. I like many types of hummus. But I haven't really liked a tomato. I think there's a tomato basil hummus they sell. I don't like that. I couldn't go through it really fast enough because I didn't like it. You see how quickly, this is 2 days old. It's almost gone. I had to buy more. In fact, I bought 3 more and a different flavor. Somebody says, what is that? It's more pepper, like more peppery. But this is different. I don't know if it's the extra tomato in it. I don't know if there's something different about it, and I could eat it by the tub. 10 out of 10 recommend. Cheers. Let me show you this before we move on. Won't make that mistake again. Look how much stuff is in the top. Like, that's all the sauce. And so there's pretty much not a single bite that you get in the whole container that doesn't have a scoop of that stuff on it. In the regular hummus containers, it's good, but it's mostly the tan stuff, and then like a little tiny dollop of whatever the seasoning is in the center. So it's just not as flavorful. 11:11 rather on the clock. And so I think that might be what it is. It's just there's more of the seasoning. Like there's a bigger scoop of it per tahini hummus ratio. I think what does it for me is just that extra flavor punch, because I did not like the other one. It was tomato basil, I think. I bought it once and never again, but something gave me, I got a gut call. You'd think I wouldn't buy tomato hummus anymore, but I got a gut call to pick this up. I'm glad I did. And this is why I listen to those. On a smaller scale, of course. The gifts are for much more important and purposeful things than that, but they also do come in handy on the day-to-day. 60/22. sesame. I said open sesame. My fingers are wet now. There we go. Open! I can smell the pepper. It's like roasted red pepper. This one is, ooh, it's spicy. Jeez. Not that that's bad, but oh no, it's the wrong one. This tomato versus pepper. I thought it was roasted red pepper. I didn't realize it was spicy. That's all right. Cheers. Pickles. Oh, it's still a little hot though. Like much more so. I don't like this one as much. But I do love the roasted red pepper hummus. I thought that was what would this would be like, but just with more of it. But I did think about this earlier. I was like, you know, those look like spicy chilies. Maybe that's just the type of pepper they picked for the packaging. I don't know. Nope, they did it because it's spicy. But my mistake for thinking it was roasted red pepper. Ooh, that's hot. But you know what? I think that if I grab another one of the roasted red pepper ones, the regular one, and then mix them, that'll be perfect. It's just a little bit too hot for me right now. But this is not. Sorry. Pickle review. Heard that. Are you seriously just going to eat a bunch of pickles for dinner? Yes, and be very content with it. Also, it's not just pickles. That is pure protein. But anyway, I'm done. Except for these. Because I want more pickles.
And you smiled as you kicked me right out my own sentence. I'm glad you got the chance to be honest. I'm happy for you. There goes years of my progress. You said I take too much space. Now I know what you meant when you said it. One thing I like about me is that I'm nothing like you, and I never will be. Someone who loves how it sounds and they speak. You're not telling the truth, no, you're just being mean. You're just being. One thing I like about me is that I'm nothing like you, and I never will be. Someone who loves how it sounds and they speak. You're not telling the truth, no, you're just being.
Wow. These karmics. I'm turning the light back on. They're not going to recover from this, from what they did. But the light workers are getting success. As long as you stay on the path, as long as you have hope and faith, and stay in alignment. Focus on healing and your own peace. Focus on the divine synchronicities, all those little channels that I just shared. It's like that for me. And there's something better. There is a better situation. Better days are coming. The situation will improve.
I went outside just to cry. Had this look in your eye like you won.
way to fix you. You said I take too much space.
Now I can't shake how it stung. One thing I liked about me is that I'm nothing like you, and I never will be. Someone who loves how it sounds when they speak. You're not telling the truth, no, you're just being mean. You're just being. One thing I like about me is that I'm nothing like you, and I never will be. Someone who loves how it sounds when they speak. You're not telling the truth, no, you're just being mean.
Somebody says, why are you not on screen? Energy reserve, I've got stuff to do tomorrow. It was a divine calling. I also don't need to be seen. You hear me just fine. It's not what I'm doing this for. I am putting on some skincare though. Before bed. That's where my hands are.
It's just a misery, it's different.
She's got a body like an hourglass, ticking like a clock. It's a matter of time before we all run out. Just when I thought she was mine, caught her by the mouth. I waited 8 long months and finally set her free. I told her I couldn't lie, she was the only one for me. Cut off fires, got it out for me.
She's got it out for me, but I wear the biggest smile.
Oh, I never meant to break, but I got it where I wanna now. Steal it away from me now. God doesn't feel so good, cause I got it where I want it right now.
Heard.
People never change. That'll never change.
Pass it up now, look this way, cause there's a million other girls who do it just like you, looking as innocent as possible to get to who they want and what they want. It's easy if you do it right. I refuse, I refuse.
Oh, I never meant to break, but I got it where I want it now. Steal it all away from you now. God doesn't feel so good, cause I got it where I want it right now.
God, it just feels so good. Okay. I also heard Karmic's upset, huh? Oh dear, those were handcuffs. Oh, he's in jail. Okay, well, our Karmics are going to jail. That's it. Told you. Picked it up earlier. 11:22 here on the clock on the East Coast.
Their own reflections making them sick.
I've been this way since my faith quit, and I never lost this pain. It's taking me over. It's taking me over. It's making me colder. If I broke it, would you quit? Is this like we can fix in the morning when we wake I'm sober, would you stay? If I broke it, would you quit? Is this heartache we can fix? In the morning, when we wake, when I'm sober, please just go easy on me, baby. Go easy on me, baby. Can you understand it?
I can't keep living for the damage. Yeah, we're not dealing with your nonsense anymore. We're done hurting people. Karmic says something about the spice level in that. No, it's not that it's that spice. I mean, it is. If you're not a spice person, you're not going to like that. It's doable. It's just that right now I don't want that. I don't want spicy, especially straight. I wanted roasted red pepper if it was going to be pepper, but honestly, I'm pretty full on the tomatoes. So there's that. Oh, there's my true crime trying to play. So I'm gonna unwind with that in a little bit. Isn't that funny? It's not really. It's a stress and trauma response for sure, but I'm aware of it. Somebody's confused. Well, normally people wouldn't watch like sketchy true crimes or scary movies or things to relax, but when you deal with such nasty abuse all the time, watching things like that is not so stressful anymore. It's actually quite peaceful, especially when you can see the same types of abuse or crimes or what have you from the outside looking in. It's like a way to kind of evaluate the situation with even subconsciously while removing yourself from it. Now, of course, to be clear, those situations and shows and things can absolutely be very triggering to some, but there's also a line when you get to a certain level. Yeah. It's not a goal. It is a coping mechanism. Just to be clear. It's not a bragging point. It is the coping mechanism. I'm just honest about it. I just heard $2 Chuck. $2. What is what? $2 Chuck. Define what is he saying? Oh, kitty, no. No. Can I help you? Can I help you? Yeah, that's okay. $2 Chuck. Ew. It's like cheap wine, I guess. Okay. $2 a bottle, so it's cheap wine. Oh. So when the drunk karmic is getting cheap wine because they're broke and addicted. Got it. Karmic just got super upset about that. It's not. They're trying to defend themselves in their choice, but I don't know what. I don't know why you're mad. Look, I just Googled it. I'm not being mean, and look what popped up. It says cheap and nasty wine. I'm not being rude. You're just sensitive and have poor taste and low impulse control. Can't relate. Oh, yeah. I heard that. This girl's hilarious. I'm being serious. But thanks. Anything else? I think we're good with the cards for now. Oh, yeah, that's right. Okay, I heard some songs. Where was it? Card command, right? Let's see. Why are you so mad? Karmics? feel that. I heard that. They're asking me why are you so mad? I said, how are you so calm? They said, well, I hear it's spooky after everything we even did death magic on you. Yeah, I know. You ate that shit. How did you alchemize that? They're spooked. It's like you transmuted it. I don't know. They're spooked. It's hilarious. Maybe not all of them, but the ones I'm picking up on. That's really comical. So I found this song on accident earlier. Stumbled across it. I've been liking this artist lately. I accidentally found him like a couple of weeks ago. But this one popped up today and I really like it.
I let AI...
Oh, shush. In fact, the last live feed that I did, the title of that, I intended to play some music in that feed, but I got a phone call and my schedule was bumped up a little bit, so I had to go take care of that first. And so I'm here, I'm just finishing up. Now that I'm back and settled a little bit more, but this was the song that I had intended to play first in the queue, and the title of that last video is a line in the song. She's crazy with the magic like a fairy. You see. Hi, baby kitty. They're very upset. Smoking Cherry by Carpet Man. You know, when I said that, I just got a flash of one of my last couple of sets. It was really a few sets ago. It was the white one with the cherry on it. My ear's ringing. She goes crazy with the magic like a fairy. Flew away with the smoking cherry.
Right, hey, where's the draw? My bad, here it is.
Ooh, get it. You know what? I'm watching this video, and he's actually a good dancer. Interestingly enough, I dance. Sometimes my dance style shape changes depending on where I'm at sometimes, but one of those styles of dance that I do, one of the ways that I dance, I noticed that he has a very similar style. I bet you would be able to flow really well together. Because I just got a flash of like Fred Astaire, like that kind of, maybe a more modern style, but if it were like a paired dance, I bet you he and I could vibe. And sometimes I have videos like that too. He tripped over something like a piece of fabric or plastic or something that was on the floor. It got wrapped up in his foot. And I do have a few videos like that. At one point my hoop got stuck on the side of the couch and knocked it out of my hand. And then also in one of the other ones, I went to do a spin or a move, or I went to move my foot, like pivot, and it pulled the ballet slipper right off my foot. And so I almost tripped over it. I had to flamingo it for a second to put it back on. But he just did the same thing, and it's funny to see that. I heard, who is this? Carpet Man. Let me show you.
Ah, dang, where's the draw? Oh, my bad, here it is.
Look at this! We could totally vibe. Tripped over it. I heard that. It does dance kind of like you. Yeah, see? We could totally vibe. I heard like Dancing with the Stars. I don't know, maybe something like that. It could be something just on a much smaller scale, but we could certainly vibe. I heard, right, it's that footwork. Yeah, some of it. And the little spins. Look at the sass in the step. Shoulders, get it? I heard that. He does remind me of you. Yeah, a little bit. Isn't that really interesting? I haven't seen this video. I've been listening to the music as it pops up on Pandora. That's how I stumbled across it the other day. I was dancing actually, and it hit the playlist. And I really liked it, but it was a different song. Then this one came up. And I listened to it earlier, but I didn't watch the video until just now. That's cool. Ooh, the vibes. Honestly, this does remind me of me. Even the cat. Yes, the kick-ups. He's just feeling it. It's flow. It's free form, and I can see it. That comes from a spirit. That's not choreography. That's just vibe. And I can recognize it because it's my favorite way to dance. Now, some of this, like this part, it's scripted, obviously, but that other stuff, that was just free flow. Yeah, see, like the clips, they set that up, of course, but he's just flowing. I love this. I heard that. How do you always do that? Somebody's asking me how I can pinpoint certain things in songs or like with dance, or because real recognizes real. I'm a real artist, so I do recognize them. I'm also a seer, so I notice things others don't. For starters, And I'm an indigo. So I can tell authenticity from a facade. I see through it. It's part of my purpose and my gift. Really pretty. No, you look at, yeah, her movements are more rigid. He's free flowing, she's not. That one was the only one that was kind of free flowing. Yeah.
She goes crazy with the magic like a fairy. She goes crazy with the magic like a fairy.
I heard that. See? Look, hold on. I heard that you're right. He is a little bit more graceful than her. Yeah, it's like he's feeling out his own song, or he's feeling his own, it's like spirit in the song or something. And it's just a difference, a little bit more rigid with her. One of my gifts is a very rare type of seer called a soul seer. So I see through the 3 layers of being. I see through the aura. I see through the different layers of biofield, and I see right into the core of people through their essence. And that means there's nothing that they can hide. They try to put on a mask, and these karmics present themselves as some way to the world, but I'm an indigo child. I'm a walking lie detector. I'm not making it up. It's part of my gift. I've got a whole webpage about it, and I have since 2016. It's in my description box on my website. You can check it. It's one of the first pages I made on there, actually. Oh, baby. As far as SeraFae goes, it's short for Seraphim Faerie. I didn't make up Seraphim. Seraphim is a real angelic hierarchy. I do carry that resonance, Zadkiel, but I work directly with those angels. So my lineage is legitimately royal Fae blood. It's not a joke. It's part of the descendancy. It's in my family tree. But Seraphim references my specific soul ranking. So it's a blend of the two of them. Hi, baby. Hi. But SeraFae I made up. I heard this earlier too, actually. I think it popped up in the recommended, if I recall. And I listened to it and I vibed to it, and it kind of reminded me of the situation with the copycat karmic females. I won't be here for too much longer.
I'm a tough bitch, but I'm sensitive. Coulda, quick, fuck be a sedative. It's relative, cause you were pushing me out to the
I'm a tough bitch. I'm a tough bitch, but I'm sensitive. Cause you were pushing me to the fucking edge.
edge. I'm about to rip all of my hair out cause I'm madder than a
No, we don't do that here.
bed. I just wanna call you, but I know I can't.
No.
Fuck, boy, fuck.
Fuck a fucking fuck girl, fucking up my plans.
My plans. Lay another finger on me, you could lose it.
Lay another finger on me, you could lose a hand. Finger, chinchilla. Also trigger, chinchilla. Heard. They're really upset. I'm hearing because they know there's nothing they can do. And they're realizing, a lot of them, that every time they lie and try to cover things up, oh wow, they get caught, forced to look at themselves, and they hate it. They're angry with the powerful you. That's funny.
The hand, you could lose it. Bitch, are you trying to make me cry? Are you trying to make me lose it? You ready to lose some? This could get gruesome. Bitch, are you trying to make me cry? Are you trying to make me lose it? You ready to lose some? This could get gruesome.
I also have been noticing that, like, I'll post a song. Karmics do this. It's projection. I'll post a song for a very, like, maybe one line in it or something. And if there are other lyrics that are more negative, or like, let's say that there's one line in a song that's telling karmics to get out of my face, and I post something like that, and then there happen to be other lines in the song, maybe that some of them say something about the victim being sad or this or that. I didn't necessarily post the song for that, especially if I didn't coin the words, caption the words, but because they're looking to convince themselves of whatever gaslighting tendencies that they need to convince themselves to pretend like they're okay or that they're cool or whatever, they look for those things. They look for those lyrics in this. Those aren't the ones I quoted, so those aren't the ones I was pointing out or referencing, but they're looking for things where there aren't things and then trying to force fit and project. I've seen it a whole bunch this week. I have not spoken about this, but I've seen it a bunch. Right, Karmic says, okay, so what ones? The lyrics that I quoted, all the ones that I outlined. Did you hear me sing about being sad? No. I'm not sad anymore. I'm not sad anymore. I think I'm gonna clean my apartment, throw out all the things that I don't need. And the other line that I didn't sing in this song, the other line that is relevant is, You'll be fine if you just repent. But they don't want to do that or admit that they were wrong. Okay, so vacuum commercial, Dyson commercial just popped up. These karmics were trying to suck people back in or create drama. Also, they're being cleaned up, cleaned out. They were like energetic vampires, vacuums. But now they're being removed. Too. I found this today. I cannot finish this protein bar. I guess we're done for tonight. I heard that. You just had pickles and raw protein, pretty much. I'm full. Nutrient dense. Heard that and just eat some fucking pizza. It's a karmic. First of all, I'm gluten and dairy sensitive. Also, why do you care what other people eat? I heard that because I'm jealous of you and I like your body. Ew. So instead of going to work out, you'd rather other people gain weight. Cool, got it. You're not happy with your body and yourself. Toodles.
You can do just what you want. Trust me, I don't need convincing, girl. I was so wild, you learned.
Oh, to be very clear, it's not about that for me. I only ate once today because I was out straight doing other things. So I made sure it was very nutrient dense. Thank you. Hello, love. How are you? But also, why do you care, karmic? You know? Hi, baby. Kitty boy. Zuzu. Grand Rising. How did you sleep? Okay. I'm gonna do this back too. Whoops, sorry, that was loud. I thought that was muted.
Oh my gosh, you see that? I've never seen someone so pretty before.
Wait, Wait, with the flowers. Yes.
Gosh, you see that? I've never seen someone so pretty before.
He's got flowers in his hair. The flowers. Oh, you're kind of sleepy. Oh, you need some more sleep then. Did you go to sleep late? I hope you can rest. Oh, got you hooked on it, huh? Pretty, look at me, I'm a masterpiece. Everybody sees. Athlete.
I deserve the best, cause I love who I really be.
Everybody knows I'm pretty. Look at me, I'm a masterpiece. Look at me, I'm a masterpiece. Everybody sees. Athlete. I did see that one. Yeah, thank you for explaining that. I wasn't sure if that, because I have seen some of the movies. I've probably seen all of them. I don't know for sure, but I know I've seen some of the Conjuring movies. I just wasn't sure which one. But that's the one I saw. That's one of the last ones I saw. I think it was on Netflix or something. It was a good one. Did you sleep less because you were up late watching it, or did it keep you up because you were spooky? I hope you're all right. Baby, what? What do you need? Mommy, it's time for bed. He says, you know what? Probably I should go soon because I do have to get up in the morning to go take care of some things. 2 more songs, I hear. Okay, that's a compromise. Hi. You ready for Mary Bond with Mom? I love you. Let me finish smoking. Should I take another edible? Probably. It'll help me stay and go to sleep better. Probably should grab the L-theanine too, huh? Oh, this is Abel Hart Masterpiece, by the way. This is the club remix. I don't usually listen to the club remixes as much. They're not bad at all, by any means. But again, like I said earlier, there's just something about those. I just got like full chills, dude. Look, there's something, I'm telling you. There's like full chills. There's something about the Heartbreaker remixes. It's like he shows a softer side to himself. It's more emotional. There's more sentiment behind it. And I just find it very, very pretty, very beautiful. Even just melodically, so it's gorgeous. A couple of songs. I think the Heartbreaker editions are probably my favorite. They're the ones I listen to most. The others are great too. Hence the reason I'm playing them. It's just a different vibe. But I believe he's a Gemini, which actually makes sense between the different layers of eclectic. He's also been playing with like a country sound more recently. That doesn't surprise me. It's many facets of a Gemini. Eclectic. Showcasing the different attributes of a personality. Like facets in a diamond, different cuts in a diamond. Let's do this one. Okay. I heard this one earlier.
No grave can hold me, feeling like the old me. My destiny is holy, the devil bought and sold me. I try my best to keep it all inside, but truth be told, I'm just living a lie. Surface on my skin is crawling like a centipede. It's a good day for revenge and a bad day for my enemies. Lock me in a cage, my heart is full of rage. It's a good day for my friends and a bad day for my enemies.
And a bad day for my enemy.
My hands are shaking, and the beast is waking. Keep me from suffocating, salvation keeps me waiting. I try my best to lead a simple life. These ghosts, they haunt me in the darkest night. Surface of my skin is crawling like a centipede. It's a good day for revenge and a bad day for my enemies. Lock me in a cage, my heart is full of rage. It's a good day for my friends and a bad day for my enemies. Tiny little asteroid, crashing through the sky, crashing through the sky. Poison on my blood, poison on my blood. Cut out both my eyes, cut out both my eyes. Surface of my skin is crawling like a centipede. It's a good day for revenge and a bad day for my enemies. Lock me in a cage, my heart is full of rage. It's a good day for my friends and
A bad day for my enemy. And a bad day for my enemies. Janet. Yeah. I know. Were you were you just up late researching? Or were you too spooked to sleep? Yeah, that was spooky. 11/11. Actually, that was 11/11/11. Oh, you know what? You know what's funny? I thought I was grabbing like a red pepper hummus. I didn't. I accidentally grabbed that. I thought it was red pepper. But when I realized what it was, I thought of you. Somebody says, why? Because Harissa is Indian, typically. And so is Adonis. Gotcha. Smart. Red. I thought it was roasted red pepper. It was not. It was spicy, which is fine, but it wasn't what I was looking for tonight. So I had lots of tomato hummus instead, but now I have that there. I know what it'll be good on. It'll be good on like sandwiches. I could even put it in like breakfast stuff, but that's one of those for me that is typically better on something than just plain. Normally I'll just eat hummus out of the tub, vegetables or whatever. But not that. That has to go in a sandwich or something. Do one more song for the night. You know what I hear? I'm coming, baby. One more song. And I'm going to come cuddle you. 12:06 here on the clock on the East Coast. Eat sugar. No, I'm good. I don't mind spice. It's just I took a big spoonful of it thinking it was roasted red pepper, and it was not. It was spicy pepper. It's still good. Didn't taste bad. It was just hot. And one, I wasn't looking to eat anything hot tonight. Like, that just wasn't in the mood for anything spicy right now. I wanted pickles, so like a sour mood. Sour, you know, kind of like savory-ish. And then two, it was so hot that it just kind of, it surprised me. So I stuck it in there, but if it had either the tomato hummus mixed into it, which I could do, actually that would be really good, and that would cut down on it would boost the flavor more, and then it would also cut down on the spice. I think I'll just do that. Or if I mixed in a regular tub of red pepper hummus, that would be perfect. The flavor balance would be good. But right now, as it is, it would be better for me on a sandwich or something, like as a spread. There are commercials over now. I do like spice. I don't want to be ninja dosed with it. And I have to be in the mood for it. Lemon. You know what's funny? I did grab orange juice, actually. That's what I was just drinking.
Love can kill you and make you cry. I'm not the monster until you hear. I'm just the voice.
Heard that. That really was nutrient balance. Yeah, I'm gonna get all those vitamins in.
Inside your head, some days we may go our separate ways. They kept the best of me rolling darkness underneath the table. So kiss me with your marijuana breath, and I can be your cure for loneliness. A little something to help you forget.
Cheers.
So kiss me with your marijuana breath. I can be your cure for loneliness.
Thank you.
A little something to help you forget.
I have to clean the bowl too. That's on my list, but I gotta go to the courthouse first, and I've got bigger fish to fry.
It's human nature, it's in our bones. 'Cause no one wants to be all alone. I'm the darkness behind your eyes, killing brain cells and killing time. Some days we may go our separate ways. They get the best of me, rolling arches.
I was going to say, actually, I could probably just let it sit overnight, but I have rubbing alcohol. I forgot to get rubbing alcohol on my list today. Rubbing alcohol and almond milk, I missed those. So when I'm out tomorrow, I'll pick that up, but the rubbing alcohol cleans them. So I'll do it tomorrow on my way back from the courthouse.
Beneath the table, to be the best of me. So kiss me with your marijuana breath. I can be a cure for loneliness. A little something to help you forget.
Have I ever? I'm a medium. What do you mean? I experience paranormal activity all the time. I am a paranormal activity. What do you mean? I think the short answer to your question is yes.
I can be a cure for loneliness. A little something to help you forget.
That's a good point. Maybe it's the whole point. I'm a whole ass experience. That's hilarious, though. Good question. But it's also silly. Kind of joking, but also not. Kind of joking about that. I'm a whole ass experience, but also not. Definitely not about the rest of it. So funny. Okay, let me do just a little bit of Reiki before I go. If anybody wants it. This will not work for karmics. They're not looking to actually heal or get into proper alignment anyway, so this doesn't help with that. They're shadows. They don't want this light energy. It destroys them. Karmic's like, well, so you're hurting us. No, we're focusing on healing, and if our healing makes you feel destroyed, then that's a you problem, not an us problem. Sounds like narcissism to me. different. As far as the dark energy, yeah, no, I was kind of joking about that part, but as far as the dark energy goes, yeah, I have encountered some sketchy stuff before. There was when I was 18. Like I told you, I knew ghosts existed, but there was a housing unit. It's just this big like work employee housing place, and the hotel and the restaurants would put their most rowdy, like the cooks and the bartenders and stuff like that, in those houses, because those were the ones that would get out of work and party. And so they would put the party people in the same general vicinity, which was a smart move, except for, well, I guess not really, except for, you know, those were the ones. I've been in both of them. They had one underneath the hotel where they put Jamaicans who were quiet and respectful and kept their spaces clean and what have you. But the party house was not like that. There were broken doors, and they would, I mean, like, they treated it like a trash can and their own personal playground. Like holes in the doors and like crazy rowdy, like they were college kids, but these were grown adults in employee housing. And a lot of them anyway. But in the basement of this place, most of them were really freaked out to go down there. And I wasn't. But there was something down there. And I know why they were scared. I know what it was too. And it wasn't actually a spirit, it was a demon. And they knew that too. One of them actually knew exactly who it was. He said it actually followed him there, which didn't surprise me, that it had been following him from place to place. And this actually is a real, like, it would show up in his dream, or he'd wake up and it would be like at the foot of his bed, and it was this creepy, almost like a cloaked energy, shadowy. But the very specific description, he had specific outfit aspects and what have you, and this specific demon entity, when many different people have described it after feeling or having some kind of haunted experience from it, with it, it's like a demon that tries to invoke sadness and despair and encourages people to try to take themselves out, off themselves. Join me on the dark side kind of energy. And somebody said, "You were 18?" Yeah. And these grown men around you were afraid? Yeah. I mean, I get it. But anyway, anytime there is an account from somebody of this particular entity, they all describe it the same. All kinds of different people, different experiences at different time periods all over the world. But this particular demon always looks the same to all of them. Tattered clothing and trying to cloak his face. Specifically, there was more to it than that. I won't get into the exact details, and I won't drop any names right now, but yeah, to answer your question, yeah, I just know what they are, and I'm not afraid of them because I am more powerful and I have divine support, for starters. Frankly, just like the Fae realms, the Seelie and the Unseelie both answer to me. Legit royal Fae queen here. It's part of the bloodline, the Tuatha De Danann, the royal lineage, the matriarchal lineage specifically. Although it does tie into Odin, both Odin and Freya. There. Not just. Goes into more modern royal as well. Middle Kingdom royals. There was the ancient ones, and then the ones after that, and then like Alfred the Great era, and then Yeah, no, I don't. Well, I mean, I guess I've dealt with some pretty toxic people. Have I faced some people that have possessed energies? Probably. Whether it's like the body hopping, it's like people listening to the little devil on their shoulder versus like Emily Rose style exorcism, like the ones you watched, where they levitate and freak out and scream and all the stuff. But yes, there are different layers and levels of it, you're right. When people drink or do drugs, it's more easy to be influenced by those dark energies negatively. More susceptible to them. These karmics are too. It's part of what keeps them in addiction on some levels. It's a bad cycle sometimes they use to get away from those feelings, and then those same energies are what compels them to also use again or use more in some cases. I'm picking up somebody who has maybe struggled with, this is a good person or not a bad person, and they've struggled with addiction. I'm not talking about you. I'm not speaking of all addicts. It's definitely an issue for sure. And dark energies do like to use people, but again, there are different layers and levels. There's a difference between people who have struggles with addiction, which does not allow people typically to function at their fullest or be their best selves anyway. And then there are people who are just abusive, and they're also addicts, but they use the addiction as an excuse for abuse, and it's not the same. It also creates stigma, because I have met people who struggle with addiction or have struggled with addiction, and they were hurting themselves. They weren't looking to hurt anybody else. They weren't even at their worst of worst, even when they weren't able to function at their best selves, or it brought out the worst in them. They still weren't as bad like these toxic karmic people. Even at their worst of worst, the light worker did not abuse people like the karmics do. And I've seen karmics treat people like that when they're sober. It's just that this is the analogy that comes out. When you're drunk, as long as you're an able-bodied person, can still walk in a straight line. It's just harder. Same thing for an abuser. They're an abuser regardless of whether they're drunk or they're sober. It's just that when they're drunk, the same way you have a harder time walking in a straight line, they have a harder time keeping up that mask. It's easier to see through it, see their true colors, pretty much. 129.22, that's all. But yeah, I see a karmic also. Trying to take notes on what I'm saying to recap this. I would not do that if I were you. Meaning like taking my whole reading and trying to write a paragraph about it and claiming they got a download or something. Or just trying to pretend like they're educating about it when they're just paraphrasing what I'm saying. Parroting. Also without giving credit. $12.22. Right, so that's not inspiration, that's theft. Yep. It's just grimy. And let me pause for a second, because the karmic is like, that's not theft. And would you want people to know you were doing it? Well, no, because it would ruin my reputation. Okay, then. If it's not such a bad thing, then why would you care if people knew about it? And why would they care? Why would it ruin your reputation? Because it's the wrong thing to do, and I know that. Yeah, so shut up and stop trying to gaslight people. Toodles. So scary. Yeah. Yeah, it can be. That's why we seek to set very clear alignment and boundaries. That's why they're so desperate to cross them. Because they're desperate people. and they don't feel good about themselves. They're empty and hollow inside because they don't have proper souls. Kiss me with a mirror. I can be a kid for all I know. There's something that I can forget. You've been so good, baby kitties. Let's go to bed, bye. I can be a kid for all I know. There's something that I can forget. Thank you, God, holy angels. I love you. Okay, darlings, please remember to pray. Do no harm, take no crap, and I will catch you on the next one. I do have some other stuff to share, but I have to get up in the morning. And my kitties have been so patiently waiting for me to go cuddle, so I'm going to go honor my promise to them. Janet's chair was in the air. Yeah. They get all twisted and contorted, like breaking bones and stuff. Yeah, it's creepy, isn't it? Yep. You know what? I think that's why, partially why. I mean, it is spooky. Like, if I were to see a scary movie and, like, one of those, you know, ghosts or something was, like, cracking its bones all up into place, it would freak me out, too. It's a creepy thing. So I can see why these karmics, it spooks them when they see me standing here realigning my ligaments. You know, because it's like the person they thought that they killed coming back to hunt them right in front of their eyes. Clicking it all. I know why they're spooked. But I'm not going anywhere but up in life. And they're not. I'm turning the light on. Watch your eyes. They're not coming with me. You know what they are doing? Falling on their own swords. They're falling on their own swords. Sunshine illuminating these nonsense people. And the daggers that they thought that they were going to get us with are what they've gotten themselves with now. So that's that. I heard that look. It's Abel Hart song. Turning the light on, watch your eyes. I'm just eating watermelon in the fairy garden. Ah. Thank you, God. Okay, I'm gonna go take care. Sweet dreams. Have a good day. If it was the spooky movie that kept you up, don't watch scary movies before bed. But if it wasn't, just make sure you get some rest. I know sometimes we get curious and nerd out a little too hard for too long. It's okay. Take good care of you, though. Talk soon. Goodbye, sweet dreams. Sending lots of love. Have a good night. Also, to all the cross watchers, you're gonna stay mad and die jealous. Toodles! Love you, collective. Blessings, Divine Masculine. One love. True hearts. Vibe higher.